Hello everyone, welcome back to 48 Now. I'm your digital host, Tatiana White, and today I'm joined by the founder and CEO of Intermuse Productions, Giorgio Caioli, and Asha Kieran Chair, Katia McKinney. How are you both doing today?
Doing great.
Yes.
So happy to be here.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
me
you
too.
both for
Great.
coming. I know I'm so excited to have you both, and welcome back, Giorgio.
Thank you.
As you all remember, Giorgio was here for the Around the World in 60 Minutes event, so I'm so glad to have you back. And today we're spotlighting an event that celebrates unity, culture, and compassion right here in Huntsville. The 19th annual Ray of Hope is more than a festival, but it's a movement that brings people together through music, food, and art, while also supporting survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. And so Giorgio and Katia are here to share more about this celebration and how it uplifts the community and creates real impact. And so for those who may not be familiar, can you guys share a little bit about what Ray of Hope is and what makes this celebration special in Huntsville?
Well, the Ray of Hope was actually has been in development for almost 20 years, but recently in the past 5 years we turned it into a celebration of dance and music. And 2 years ago we brought it to, or last year we brought it to the Orion. And so what we looked at it as is a platform for different groups, international dance groups, international musical groups, to be given a platform to showcase their talent and showcase their culture, but also bring to light some of the more difficult topics that happen in those communities as well.
Yes, and I love that you guys did that and being able to make it something that's like positive but like on a dark topic. So being able to make light out of something and being able to shine light on these important topics through something like cultural fun and dance and stuff. So
Well, so often, I mean, these acts occurred against women. And so many of our dancers, or majority of our dancers and musicians, are female. And so, you know, it's a topic that many don't like to talk about, but they need to know that our services exist.
yes. And I think this is a great event to even like fast start that for people who may not know if it's for themselves or somebody they know, or just to be a support or ally. So yeah. And for Asha Kieran, the mission goes far beyond the event itself. And so can you share just a little bit about how Ray of Hope ties into the work that you guys do with supporting survivors of these issues and things like that?
Georgia, you want me to take this one too?
I could, but I think you're the expert on this.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, we have safe houses in 3 parts of the state, in the north and the central and the southern portions of the state. We have a series of volunteer translators throughout the state as well. I think we have about 60 volunteer translators. So this truly is an organization that helps all victims. We provide not only the services to those victims, but also we educate and we advocate. So we provide services to local schools, local companies, and even police departments on how to deal with situations like this where there are non-English speakers, but also just being culturally sensitive to such a difficult situation.
Yes, and I love that because I didn't even think about it, that there are people of other cultures and stuff that may not have somebody that can speak their language to understand. So that's nice that you guys do have like that translator there for people like that as well.
That's originally how the organization began. Our founder, Bhavani Kakani, moved to this area, and she saw it in her own Indian community that oftentimes couples would move here, families would move here. The wife didn't speak English and got in these difficult situations of abuse and didn't realize that our community offers so many resources to people. And so you have to low-key introduce these resources through word of mouth within church or within temple, or you know, in a way that they feel comfortable to accept that help.
Yes, that's awesome, and that you guys are able to bring all of that together in one big fun event. So yes. And how did this collaboration happen between you guys, like Intermuse Productions, and then also with Asha Kieran?
Well,
I can answer that if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. I was like, let's see if our answers connect.
Let's do it in a choir type of
Yes, yes.
All right. So no. So the moment I learned about Ashakiran organization, I felt compelled to support because they're doing a real noble thing. They're helping so much, and so I was the foreman of a federal grand jury for 1 year when I was back in Seattle, and I saw so many cases like this, domestic violence and human trafficking, and it really, it broke my heart seeing those things and hearing about those. And so now that I have the opportunity to support somewhat, with my capacity, what Ashakiran is doing again is a very noble thing, very important, very, very needed in the society. And so I said, how can I help? Well, I have my resources, I have my ways of helping out, supporting, with my experience in showtime, show, yeah. And so that's what I wanted to do. I offered my help, and Kathy and I, kind of linked together quickly, and we started working on these type of shows. And last year I was supporting it already, and it came out really, really, really well.
Yes.
And yeah, so again, I've been doing this for many, many years, since 2005. So I have a lot of experience on my bag here, and so that's how I'm supporting, with this, all the equipment I have, all the organizational skills, and all the experience is coming together, and it works every time. And I see that our missions, Hashakir and Interviews Productions mission, in a sense, overlap, right? To bring people together from different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love that you took your experience from even just being like in a jury and stuff, and like keeping that with you to want to help and partner with this organization, and being able, I do see the overlapping of it, because you're around the world in 60 minutes and the cultural experience, and you creating a cultural experience as well through like arts and entertainment, but for an important cause. So that's awesome. Yes. And this event, it celebrates cultural diversity through a lot of different things, performances, food, all types of stuff. And so how do you see that cultural celebration helping to promote healing and understanding just across communities?
Well, we are hoping that many of the public will come and participate in this free family event. And so it will introduce Ashakiran and its mission to those participants, but also to the performers. They may not have heard of our services before, or may not have needed it and not really realize that it exists. So I think just mentioning our organization and our purpose, we plan to do that obviously throughout the presentation, but just discussing it on that high level will bring awareness and almost forces you to have that conversation about our resources and what we can do to help, no matter what type of situation you're in. Hopefully it isn't human trafficking, but maybe someone who may be abused in some form or fashion. So we have various levels of resources. It doesn't have to be to the extreme. It could be just the possibility of the need of our services and learning about our organization.
Yes, and I love that you're able to bring everybody together to do that through that type of, performance and everything. And even for people, like you said, who don't need the services, but maybe they're a teacher or they're like somebody in that higher power that wants to just learn more. So if they do come in contact with that situation, they know that you guys exist. So yes. And what is this production process for both of you, like putting all of this together?
Well,
it's been very, very demanding, I would say. That's normal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
you're
not
like performers.
those artists.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm an artist too, so I know.
Yes.
I can put myself in their shoes, but the thing is, they have a lot of requirements, and they change. That's the thing, that's one of the problems, that they change over time. So you get closer to the show, and then you still have requests. Oh, can I do this instead of that? Can I change it? Can I perform earlier? Can I perform later?
Yeah.
It's a lot of them, and so you're trying to adjust as you can, and accommodate them. But there's a certain point where you just can't do more than you can. I mean,
Right.
And at that point you have to say, okay, this is what it is, and so I mean, it's gonna be okay anyway, and it is.
Yes, it is.
In the end, I would say the audience never sees that there are things that could have done in a different way, right?
Yes.
And so to the audience, it's not an issue. It's not a problem. It's more from the artist, because the artist wants to do things the best,
Right.
of course, right?
Yeah.
The best. And so I understand where they're coming from, but they also need to realize that it is going to be the best anyway to the audience.
Yes, yeah. Nobody knows the script or whatever it was before, so yes. Yes, and for you, like, how are you going to incorporate, how is the incorporation going to be of having, like, the resources, and, like, is the dancing and everything going to reflect some of these topics, or how is that working?
No, what we are trying to do is, I think a lot of people don't realize how many different international dance groups or performance groups are in this area. And so this is just giving them the opportunity to showcase the beauty and the art and the culture. It's always difficult to talk about these subjects, especially since this is a family-friendly event.
Yes.
And a lot of the terminology is probably above a lot of, even some of the participants. We have various children's groups that participate.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that they just know that they're doing something good, and showing off proudly their beautiful, dress, or their beautiful, music. But we're trying to do this in a very soft way. But hopefully they will begin to follow Asha Karen, and they will see our social media, and then realize the purpose.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, and I think that's a great way to good way to just kind of have a soft, something, and then if they want to learn more, or if they're interested in more, then they can look. So yes. So, and what can attendees expect at this experience, at this event, and what do you hope they take away from it?
I'll let Giorgio answer this one.
The takeaway, in my opinion, is going to be two things, right? And two important things. So one is that opening yourself to other culture is the best thing you can do. To accept, and how to say, involve them in your daily life, openly. The second thing is to make people aware, of this Asha Kieran availability to help them cope and mitigate and resolve both, all these issues, domestic violence, and the human trafficking is a different story, but it's also very important, and that involves the police and all that type of things. So it is important they know that, and that's what we're trying to do with this Ray of Hope. In fact, in the program, what I did when I put it together was to place 3 speeches at different times.
Okay.
And that was right after, an event, a showcase of culture. So it could have been maybe, a South Korean dance, maybe. And then after that, a 5-minute speech from either an executive from Asha Kieran, or even from the police, local police as well, if they are available, of course, because they have a lot of things to take care of. So, but yeah, and so that's what I made sure that we were delivering with this show, not just a showcase of beautiful dances and music, but also the message from Asha Kieran.
Yes, I love how y'all are touching on so many major things in this event, like all in one, like the domestic violence and, you know, sexual assault, human trafficking, but also like cultures coming together. So there's so many like major topics that are so important, and you guys are bringing it all together at one big event. So that's awesome.
I think between, you know, I think we have almost 40 or more than 40
Around
different
40, around 40.
performances.
Okay, nice.
Between the dance and the music, I think as a audience member, you'll just realize how we're so much the same, no matter how different the music is or the dance or the dress. These are issues that we all deal with,
Yes.
no matter what. But then also, music and dance bring people together.
Yes,
And food.
yes,
so-
yes, of course, yes. All
Yes.
entertainment, food
Yes.
brings people together, and it shows that you can lean on your neighbor no matter what they look like or no
Exactly.
matter what you're going through. So, yes,
We
that's
have much
awesome.
more in common than we do.
Yes. And for those who are listening and want to be a part, whether they want to attend or volunteer, support, sponsor, anything like that, where can people do that? Where can they find out more, or their tickets or anything?
No, this is free and open to the public, so we encourage everyone to come on Sunday to the Orion from 12 to 4 p.m. under the dome. We'll have food trucks from different nationalities. We will have the music and the entertainment. We have a packed schedule. So, you know, just come, buy some lunch, grab a table and enjoy. But also, this is a great time for them. We also have tables from different organizations to stop and talk to other organizations, perhaps about Asha Kieran, or we have tables from various of the dance organizations. So if you're interested in learning about Korean dance or Tahitian dance, this is your opportunity to do that.
And
That's
one important
awesome.
thing I would say to add is that we're doing this under the big dome.
Okay.
So even though there may be some little rain perhaps during the day, there should not be a deterrent. So
Right.
please come and enjoy, you know, and be
Yes,
with us.
rain or
Yes.
shine, yes.
Oh, but definitely go to ashakiranonline.org or go to our Facebook or our Instagram page. Also, the information about the event is on Orion's page.
Yes, awesome. And that's what I was just about to
Yeah.
ask you guys, what
Yeah.
your social medias are and everything for people to connect. So I'm glad people will be able to connect with you all on Instagram, Facebook, online, and everything, even after the performance. So,
Yes, and Asha Kieran's services are available 24/7. There is
Awesome.
always someone there to answer the phone. So if those services are needed, don't hesitate.
That's awesome. And is there anything else that you guys would like to share? Anything we maybe didn't touch on that you want to share?
No, what I would say, just come. You won't regret it. It will be a fantastic show.
Yes, well, thank you both so much for coming, and this sounds like such an awesome event, and for me personally, I'm just like in awe and so glad that something like this is happening, and it's like personal to me in my life because my older sister and my unborn niece actually passed away last year from domestic violence, and so I think this is so amazing that you guys are doing something like this for the community, and so thank you for doing this.
And thank you for having us today.
Yes, thank you.
This performance definitely honors those.
Yes, thank you. And thank you all for tuning into 48 Now. The upcoming Ray of Hope celebration is happening on Sunday, November 2nd at the Orion Amphitheater under the Big Dome. Right? Yes. And it's a free, family-friendly event focused on unity, healing, and hope. And so you definitely don't want to miss out on this wonderful event and opportunity. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.